Buckle up, space fans, because today's deep dive is taking us straight to the International Space Station.
Ooh, sounds exciting. What are we looking at today?
Well, it's October 17th, 2024, and thanks to NASA, we've got eyes on what's happening up on the ISS right now. You know, the kind of stuff astronauts do every day.
Like what? Don't keep me in suspense.
Okay, so picture this. Flight engineer Nick Hague is up there spinning vials of blood.
Spinning blood. That's not exactly my idea of good time, even in space.
Right. But it's all part of some crucial research. He's involved in a study on how being in space for long periods affects the human immune system.
Ah, no, that's interesting. It's amazing how much we still don't know about how our bodies react to such an extreme environment. Why are they focusing on the immune system, though?
Well, think about it. Our immune systems are used to Earth's gravity, right? So space travel throws things for a loop, literally.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like our bodies are suddenly playing by a whole new set of rules. What kind of changes are they seeing?
Well, for example, white blood cells. Those are our immune system's frontline defenders, and they rely on gravity to move around and do their job.
Right, those are the ones that fight off infections.
Exactly. But in the microgravity of space, they don't move as effectively, which could affect how well they can fight off those infections.
So by studying these changes, scientists can start to figure out ways to keep astronauts healthy on those longer missions. Especially with plans for missions to Mars and beyond, this research is more critical than ever.
Absolutely. And speaking of keeping things running, the Cygnus cargo craft just docked with the ISS, delivering over 8,000 pounds of supplies.
Wow, 8,000 pounds. That's like bringing a whole grocery store up to space. What all is in those shipments?
Well, you've got your essentials, of course. Food, water, oxygen, all that good stuff. But they also bring up new equipment, experiments, and even spare parts.
It's a massive logistical operation, keeping the ISS stocked and running smoothly.
It really is. But beyond the snacks and supplies, there's even more happening on the ISS right now. This next experiment really caught my eye. It's all about stress and the immune system.
Stress and the immune system. Now, that's something I think we can all relate to down here on Earth.
Tell me about it. I swear, every time I'm under a lot of stress, I get sick.
Right. It's like our bodies just can't handle it sometimes. So what's this experiment about?
Well, flight engineer Don Pettit is setting up a new experiment that aims to understand how to prevent and treat the impact of stress on the immune system, both in space and on Earth.
So they're trying to figure out how to stop stress from weakening our immune systems. That's fascinating. This research could have some major implications for how we manage stress here on Earth.
You know, it's almost like they're trying to find a way to make stress good for you.
Well, not exactly good for you, but imagine if we could mitigate those negative effects, right?
Right. Like, what if instead of getting that space cold, you actually got a boost of energy from the stress?
It would certainly make deadlines a lot less daunting, wouldn't it? But in all seriousness, finding ways to buffer against the effects of stress on the immune system could be huge.
Absolutely. And you know what's interesting? This experiment also ties into another factor that affects our immune systems: aging.
Oh, that's right. Aging is a big one. As we get older, our immune response naturally declines, making us more susceptible to all sorts of things.
Which makes sense, right? Our bodies have been through a lot by then.
Exactly. So this experiment is looking at how aging affects the immune system in space and comparing it to what happens back here on Earth.
So they're trying to figure out if space speeds up the aging process, or maybe if it slows it down. Who knows? Maybe astronauts are like Benjamin Button.
Wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a fascinating area of study. And this research can help us understand how to counteract those age-related declines in immunity. It could be a game changer for everyone.
Imagine living longer and healthier lives. Sign me up. But speaking of health, you'll never believe what else they're doing up there on the ISS. CPR practice.
CPR in space. Now, that's something I'd love to see. It must be completely different from doing it down here.
I know, right? It's not like they can just lie someone flat on the floor.
Exactly. And think about the lack of gravity. How do you create enough force to compress someone's chest when you're floating?
I don't even want to think about it. It must take some serious ingenuity and specialized techniques.
It's a testament to the incredible training these astronauts go through. They have to be prepared for any and every eventuality.
And speaking of being prepared, the NASA update also mentioned the crew is doing their regular health monitoring.
Ah, yes. The routine checkups. Blood pressure, heart rate, all that good stuff. Got to stay on top of things.
It's amazing how much data they collect on these missions.
It's crucial, though. All that information helps them understand the long-term effects of spaceflight on the human body.
And hopefully it'll help us make space travel even safer for future astronauts.
Exactly. Every little bit of data brings us closer to that goal. But you know what's really incredible? All of this, the blood spinning, the stress experiments, the CPR practice, it's just a fraction of what's happening on the ISS right now.
Seriously. And I thought we'd covered a lot already.
We've only just scratched the surface. There's a whole symphony of science going on up there, 24/7.
It really makes you realize that the ISS is like this incredible hub of nonstop scientific discovery.
It is a true testament to what we can achieve when we put our minds together, you know.
Absolutely. But speaking of putting things to rest, it seems like one mission is coming to an end soon.
Oh, you're talking about SpaceX Crew-8. Yeah, their time on the ISS is almost up.
It's crazy how fast time flies up there. Feels like just yesterday we were talking about their launch.
I know, right? But their undocking is already scheduled for Sunday, October 20th.
Wow, already. I'm sure they're looking forward to coming back to Earth, but I bet they'll miss that view.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine looking out the window and seeing the entire planet stretched out beneath you.
It's mind-blowing. And to think all the incredible research they've been a part of is going to have a lasting impact.
It really highlights how interconnected all of this is. What they've learned up there about stress, aging, the immune system, it all has huge implications for us down here.
It's like they're pioneers pushing the boundaries of human knowledge, and we all get to benefit from their discoveries.
And that's ultimately what makes space exploration so inspiring, right?
Yeah.
It's not just about what we find out there, but also about what it teaches us about ourselves.
Well said. It's been quite a journey today learning about everything happening on the ISS.
I agree. From spinning blood to practicing space CPR, who knew there was so much going on up there.
And this is just a tiny snapshot of it all.
Yeah.
It really makes you appreciate the dedication of everyone involved.
Absolutely. It's a true team effort. And this just goes to show that when we work together, we can achieve incredible things.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So to all you space enthusiasts out there, keep looking up and never stop exploring. And hey, if you want to see some incredible photos and videos from the ISS, head over to NASA's website. You won't be disappointed. Until next time, keep asking questions and keep reaching for the stars.